changed my shirt. 5. And I don't smell as bad. And I'm supposed to talk about tattoos today. My tattoos in particular. But I was also going to talk about how a lot of people say that tattoos have to have meaning, but I don't think they have to have meaning. All mine have meaning, but I don't think they have to. You can do whatever you want. Okay, so the first tattoo that I ever got done was a Green Day tattoo because they were my favorite band when I was a kid. And I had the album Dookie, and it was like the most frequently played one that I had. And there was a small animation in the booklet, and it was a skeleton coming out of a closet door. So I decided to get it, and that was the first tattoo I ever got. And it's on my hip, but I'm sitting here in my underwear, and I kind of don't want to get up. Anyway, so that I got done when I was about 15 or 16. No, probably 16. All the tattoos that I've gotten after that, however, I don't remember what order. So I'm just going to run through them. I have Stone Temple Pilots behind my ear. I don't know if you can see that. Well, this was a flower in the bottom right-hand corner of the album Shangri-La Dee Da, and it was their supposed last album, but I think they released one more after that, while the lead singer, Scott Weiland, was still alive. I really loved Stone Temple Pilots. I still do to this day, so that's one of my favorite ones. I sometimes forget it's there, though, because it's behind my ear. Then I have on my upper back, which I don't know how I would show you that either. Anyway, it's the word saint, and the S is in brackets. In other words, I ain't a saint. And that is one of my favorite Marilyn Manson songs. And I think it's a little fitting for me. What else do I have? So the newer ones that I have, tilt this a little bit. The newer ones that I do have are Serenity Now, Insanity Later, because I'm a huge Seinfeld fan, and that was one of my favorite episodes. Also because ignorance is bliss, all that stuff. Serenity Now, Insanity Later. No, I just thought that was really deep for a show. It's a good mantra. But it's also kind of an oxymoron mantra, so I think it's funny. What else? Oh, again, between my boobs. A lot of people have seen this one, not because a lot of people have seen my boobs. I don't know why I said it like that, but I have an Egyptian Ankh. And I chose that tattoo because in Egyptian lore it means eternal life. I kind of believe in, I don't know if I do or not, actually. I was going to say I believe in reincarnation. I believe that in some form, energy, something, that we always live on and on and on. And I think that that's one reason why I got it. The other reason I got it is because I've just always loved Egypt. When I was very young, it was my favorite ancient historical subject. I loved everything about it. I wanted to be an Egyptologist when I was younger. Never got it, of course, because the university is like a billion years and too expensive. But archaeology, Egyptology specifically, has always been a really big love of mine. So I decided to get an Egyptian ankh. Oh, the ones on my arms are easy enough. So, oh my God, I almost got my crotch. Okay, so this one, this is Limp Bizkit, and my phone just went off. Go away. Anyway, this is Limp Bizkit. Limp Bizkit is one of my absolute favorite bands. You can make fun of me all you want. I don't care. This is from the album $3 Bill, and symbol itself is from $3 Bill. It's on the album cover. The red splotches of spray paint I kind of got because the lead singer Fred Durst always wears a red, I want to say New York Yankees. I could be wrong. It's been a long time. Anyway, he always wears those hat backwards. But it's always been red. He's very famous for it. So I got that. On this side we have, this is the I always want to say tripod. Oh my God, I'm so tired again. Not tripod, not triquiller, it's not a trident. Oh my God, what's the fucking word? Whatever, it's a triangle. It is, but it's called something else. Anyway, it's the symbol for air. Let's start with that. It's a symbol for air, which is the triangle. The glyphs underneath are 30 seconds to Mars. And it does read 30 seconds to Mars in glyph form. Jared Leto, who you'll see on my shirt, you can call me Mrs. Jared Leto. I'm known for being massively in love with him, but I also love their music. So he's a great actor. He's a great mentor, idol. He's a good person. He's a vegan. He rock climbs. He's so centered. He's probably an arrogant prick in real life, but he's a really good he's a good role model. He's a good person to look up to. And all their music is sexy and motivational and, you know, get back up and keep fighting. And I really love his voice and I love the message. So I decided to get 30 Seconds to Mars. On the back of my arm, you'll see upside down. This is Blink 182. This is off the self-titled album that Blink 182 released. It was my favorite album. This was the album with the song Feelin' This and Down, and there was just so many hits off of it. And that was the first time that Blink 182 wasn't really singing about, you know, disgusting things. They were kind of growing up, and there was feeling involved, and I don't know, I just liked them. I liked that album, so I decided to get that to memorialize that. Moving this computer around way too much today. So in the back of this one, I have, again, it's upside down, but this is Rammstein. Rammstein is my favorite band of all time. A lot of my tattoos are definitely music related, so music heals, music helps. So this is Rammstein. This is their symbol. You'll see it on every single album that they have. And I chose putting blue in the middle of it because I got it the year that their album Rosenrot came out. And it has probably one of the most beautiful album covers I've ever seen in my entire life. It's beautiful, and it's an abandoned warship or something in the middle of the Arctic. And the whole album cover is blue, that kind of blue. So I decided to put blue in there because it was that year. Turns out, in retrospect, Rosenrot wasn't the best album they've ever released, but I still chose it because it's memorialized in time. Rammstein heals everything. I love them, and they mean a lot to me. It's a healing, another healing thing that I really rely on for them. Somebody just messaged me on Messenger. Excuse that noise. Here's a good one. This one here. This one here started out. Well, ignore the row or the heart. This one here is a support our troops ribbon wrapped within a rose. Now, the support our troops ribbon is because at the time of getting this tattoo, I was dating somebody who was going overseas. And also because I have a long list of friends that have served in the armed forces. I don't agree with the armed forces. I don't like what it is. But I got it specifically for more so two people than more than the rest. My best friend Katie, and of course the guy I was seeing at the time. His name is Matt. Since then, I've sort of linked a double meaning to it. The suicide awareness ribbon is also yellow, and I've had a lot of friends who decided to take their own life. A lot of people that I've known have lost the fight against depression, and I thought that that was also a kind of a cute double meaning. The hearts on my wrists were literally only done because they were cheap. The guy was an apprentice. I wanted something done. I was super depressed. I just needed ink therapy. Excuse me. After the fact, I found meaning that I always wear my heart on my sleeves. So, bam, bam, bam. The middle finger star is just because I originally wanted star and moon. Gross. Anyway, I wanted star and moon, but I just never got the moon. The moon may come in the future. Also, if I was to sort of assimilate to any sort of religion, it would be Wiccan, pagan, and they use stars a lot in their imagery and symbolism, and could be that. Stars, they're cute. I got a smiley face on my hand as well. And that one was dedicated to a very, very, very close friend of mine, an ex-boyfriend that decided to take his own life. He had the same smiley face tattoo on his chest. He eventually got it covered up because he hated it. But when I think of him, when I close my eyes and think of what he used to look like, I remember that smiley face tattoo. Shortly after he killed himself, his sister decided to get it done on her back, on the back of her shoulder. So I thought, you know what, that is a really cool way to memorialize him. So I decided to get it on my hand. There's more. Oh, this one, of course. This one's a good one. I don't know if you can read it. What it is a witch hat with crystals symbolizing the month of April, birthstone. And this is for my mom. She has the same tattoo with the witch hat and February's birthstone, which is amethyst. And it says on me, by the pricking of my thumbs. And then if you look at my mom's tattoo, it says, something wicked this way comes on the bottom of hers. And her and I were talking about getting matching tattoos, but we just didn't know what we wanted to get. We fooled around with ideas like things from Rocky Horror Picture Show to just something simple like I wanted a saying that when we hold hands, like it sort of said it on our hands or our arms or something. And I wanted the saying, together as one, and then on her or on me, like one of them would say together as one and the other one would say against all others, because sometimes I feel that way. And But she didn't really like that idea too much, and finally I showed her a rough picture of I don't know, it was on Pinterest or something, of a witch hat with crystals coming out of it, and she really liked it. So we fooled around with it, and my mom and I always have had dark, witchy, gypsy-ish personalities, and so I thought that was pretty appropriate. I like it. Macbeth is a favorite of both of ours, and she loves that line, by the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. It's one of her favorites. So I tried to incorporate it for her, and I said, you can get that part tattooed on you, the something wicked this way comes, and I'll have by the pricking of my thumbs. Excuse me, so I got that done. Um, you don't really notice how many tattoos you have until you start talking about them. So, oh, duh. These are little beanie ones. These are work in progresses because I'd like to get something bigger. But I don't know if you can see this. This tiny fucking lightning bolt here. Ignore this, we'll get to this. This lightning bolt is for my best friend Sam, who passed away from cancer this past February. He loved The Flash, and I decided to get a little lightning bolt for him. My friend Katie, who I've known for years and years and years and years, we both have the same one on the same arm in the same spot, and she voted for it to be that small. Now, I love Katie to death, and I want us to have matching tattoos as well, but I would like to get that lightning bolt a bit bigger eventually someday. But yeah, that's for Sam. Now, the K underneath it is, I know it doesn't look like a K. Everything's mirrored on this damn computer anyway. This K is symbolizing Katie because, we got this done together, and our tattoo artist, kind of said, we got friendly with him, and he was a very nice guy, and I can't remember whose idea it was, mine or Katie's, but anyway, she has a T on her arm under her lightning bolt, and I have the K, and we both tattooed each other. Actually, she's the one who put that K on there. So, oh my, yeah, I guess I should show that one. That was kind of a big one. But I'm in my underwear. What do I do? Okay. Usually people have to pay for this shot. So, we have my Skull Kid from Zelda. This is Zelda Majora's Mask. This character, to me, is probably one of the most important characters that I've ever seen in fiction, and I'll tell you why. By the way, it is oddly placed because I tattooed a rather disgusting bat on myself when I was younger. So it was a cover up. I was eventually going to put Link here, the town clock tower, the moon, the whole spiel. It didn't get done because the tattoo artist I was working with decided to move to Hamilton. So it's never going to happen. But anyway. You ever talk so much that you lose your breath and you just want to cry? Okay, hang on. Okay, so Skull Kid. First of all, I love video games. I always have. So Zelda games are probably like right behind all the Mario games that I played growing up. And I started playing Zelda, and Zelda is probably, I just love Zelda games so much. Just love them. I don't know. I don't know what it is about them, but they transport me into somewhere. Oh, just wonderful. And they're challenging and they're fun, and I like the lore of it. So anyway, why I chose Skull Kid. Now, if you're not familiar with Majora's Mask gameplay, Skull Kid was a wood nymph, I guess. And he was homeless and scared and exiled, and these two fairies named Tattle and Tail decided to befriend him, keep him warm, play with him, bring life back into him. They'd frolic in the forest. And one night, I guess they came across a mask salesman who was traveling through the forest, decided to make camp, fell asleep, and Skull Kid, which is what they call him, saw this particular mask, which was called Majora's Mask. And that's the mask that he's wearing on my tattoo and throughout the whole game. This mask takes innocent people. It's almost like the movie The Mask, to be honest. It really is, because, that's what happened to Stanley Ipkiss. He finds he finds this mask, he puts it on, he becomes this completely different person, and that's exactly what happens to Skull Kid, only it's instead of just being a ruckus like Jim Carrey's character, he becomes a very big, malevolent, scary force. And one of the famous lines was, "Nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask." And I thought that was a really neat line, because his entire life he was just cast aside by society and nobody wanted him. And then he finally inherited power, the power of the mask. This video is 21 fucking minutes. Nobody's gonna watch it. I just looked at it. If you're still here, we might as well be chilling together in the same fucking room. Why did you watch it this long? Oh my fucking god, nobody's gonna watch it. Okay, well, if you're still here, I appreciate it. That's very nice of you. I get that. I'm gonna cut this video off now. I think all my tattoos are accounted for. Future tattoos, I just want to do this quickly. I want to get the saying, the heart is deceitful above all things, because I heard it's a movie. I didn't watch the full movie because it's quite a devastating movie, but I like the saying. So I want to get that on me. I want to get a tribute piece to the show Lost. I've drawn up some concept ideas, but I'm not too happy with them, but I want to find a good tattoo artist that has actually seen the show that can help me out with it. I want to get my mom's signature, just because I love my mom and I love her writing. It's always been really neat and whimsical, and I think that would be a cute little, just a little peekaboo piece somewhere. My dog's paw print. We had to put my dog down in March, and she was very, very, very important to my mom and I. So I want, when she passed, the vets took an impression, just a little on a piece of paper of her paw, and my mother has it. I've taken a picture of it. I would love to get it tattooed somewhere. Those are the ones that I can immediately think about. This is a fucking long video. I apologize. This is fucking ridiculous. So yeah, that's me. That's me and my tattoos. I probably forgot some. I don't know. I have nothing from the knee down. That's going to be a thing. I have eczema on my lower legs, so I never really wanted to get it done, because I said I don't want to mess it up. But yeah, I think that's it. So I apologize for the length of this one. I didn't even notice. I can talk apparently for a long time. I'm going to go play some Zelda now because I talked about it and now I'm craving it. So have a good night, people.